Hey movie lovers, it's Film Geek, and today I'm going to be talking about the Deadpool movie. Me and my friend Greg and Joe saw it last night, and this is just going to be a short discussion video. If you see us looking down, we wrote some notes down on our phone, so...
Unplugged.
So, does anyone want to start it off with any of their ideas?
The fourth wall breaking.
So Joe liked it when Deadpool broke the fourth wall. Why did you like that?
Very self-referential. Like he acknowledged the fact that he's like in a comic book movie. His past representation in the X-Men movies, and the fact that there's only like 2 characters from X-Men, it added to the humor a lot. A lot of the majority of the humor stemmed from the fact that he was talking to the audience and acknowledging things.
Okay.
So it did take himself too seriously. The movie didn't take it like a super serious. It could have failed if it hadn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been funny.
Do you have any ideas you want to talk about, Greg?
I mean, like, yeah, for the fourth wall breaking, it's good that they acknowledge that, because in the previous film with the X-Men movie, what they did with Deadpool was just
X-Men Origins.
just unacceptable.
Yeah, that was awful. They sewed his mouth shut. It's Deadpool.
It's Deadpool. He's supposed to run his mouth, and I guess like it's great that they were able to keep the boundaries between like a film and a comic, but they like made it more like the comic, which was something that the audience enjoyed, mostly the Deadpool fans.
Probably you, Greg. As
Yes.
you can tell, Greg is a pretty big Deadpool fan.
That's my favorite. I wouldn't really call him a hero.
Anti-hero?
Favorite anti-hero.
Greg's been looking forward to this for a long time.
I saw the test footage like a while ago. I was like, well, actually, no. Before the test footage, I played the Deadpool game.
Okay.
Which I actually loved so much. And then I saw the X-Men movie, which I hated so much.
Yeah,
and I'm
agree.
I want a proper movie that involves the regular Deadpool from the comics and not this piece of trash.
What do you guys think about them keeping Ryan Reynolds though as Deadpool?
He's perfect. He's been wanting to do this film for about like a decade now, and he spent the last 6 years writing the script and working with the screenwriters to try to come up with this, and they finally got it greenlit after they saw the test footage.
After it leaked. Okay, so wait, did you hear about the story of that?
Ryan Reynolds possibly leaked.
Leaked. Him, the director, and then the screenwriters.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's like somebody leaked the footage.
Also, it's great that they got Ryan Reynolds to get it, because like to play Deadpool, because he's actually a Deadpool fan. He's a fan of the comics. So I guess like for him to play his like idol, or for him to play his like most favorite superhero, or anti-hero, it's great. I mean, like that's like a dream come true for him, and it's awesome too, because he also like, if you look online, he also fits Deadpool's like physical description, like before he was burned in the comics too. He's 6 foot, Canadian.
Wow.
And same looks too, like almost like same facial features.
I didn't know that.
Same body build too.
That's pretty cool.
So it's like picture perfect. He was meant to play Deadpool.
Much. I'm gonna bring up a new idea. What did you guys think of the character of Weasel?
He was kind of rude, but it also allowed there to be some humor coming from that. Like his insults were rude, but they were also very humorous.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious when Deadpool asked him to go with him on his journey.
Like, but I don't wanna.
He's no, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I would, but I don't wanna.
Then looks at Blind Al. You wanna get fucked up? Cause
that was hilarious.
Because of the cocaine.
Oh yeah, what'd you think of her as a character? I thought she was pretty funny. Like, I thought it was so funny that he met her at a laundromat, and then they started living together. Like that was so random. Like I don't know that much background knowledge about the comics. I don't know if it was like that at all.
I can't really remember as much.
But like I thought that was hilarious, and how they're bickering back and forth. Like I thought that was super funny. That was pretty humorous.
He went to live with in her house because he was trying to hide from his girlfriend because he didn't want to hurt her by showing like, look what I did, look what happened to me. I made this terrible decision and now I'm paying for it and I don't want you to have to.
Yeah. I don't want you to have to like go through the pain of me dying slowly. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I thought that it was kind of strange, but it added some character to Deadpool that he was afraid to talk to his like fiance, and he didn't want to show his face, even though he cared so much about her. He didn't want to go up and talk to her, which I thought that was really interesting, and it kind of bit him in the butt when the villains actually stole her, so kidnapped her. So I thought that was interesting.
I also like how they kind of like go back and forth with like the timeline. They start out with an action scene, but they're like, right now I'm gonna get like some context, and it goes back and
that was really cool.
So it's not like, cause I heard that like people saying like, if they had just done the origin and then moved it to it towards the end,
too repetitive.
It would have got repetitive and would have got boring. Like the first half would have been dull, but like when they're mixing it back and forth, you get the right amount to be able to keep you engaged and interested, so you learn about him, but you don't become bored along the way.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like since there's so many origin stories done in superhero movies these days, it was a nice interpretation to mix it up and have it do the flashbacks like it was earlier. And I like that idea. Greg, do you have any ideas that you wrote down that you maybe want to talk about?
Let me see. Ow. Alright.
Genre blend.
Did you talk about the dark humor?
No, I haven't. Not really.
Alright, so Deadpool on dark humor. Deadpool, obviously, in the comics, he's not afraid to like run his mouth about anything. He's not afraid to do much of anything that he doesn't have a code, basically. like
most superheroes, they don't kill other people.
He doesn't have any restrictions. He just does whatever. Yeah. Mostly because of him being a mercenary, and also in the comics, I guess, in the procedure, it caused him to be completely fucked up, like in the head. But in this movie, I guess he was already fucked up in the beginning. Hilarious. So, yeah.
His personality after he became Deadpool did not seem that different than from before. So I thought that was cool. Like I thought like maybe that was his reaction to what happened. Like so, since he had to deal with all the like physical differences, that maybe that was something that he used to kind of deal with it. But apparently no, he's always been like an asshole. So.
Yeah, but like his point in killing those people was to get to defeat and capture like the person who Francis who caused him so much pain, and get back his girl at the end. And spoiler alert, he wins her heart at the end. Again.
I think he won her heart way earlier in the movie, but I agree she welcomed him back.
Yeah. Despite his
flaws and not seeing her after years, even though he was still alive. So, how about it being rated R?
It deserves the rated R rating for Deadpool being a rated R character. Yeah. And like, I feel like most Marvel movies should be rated R, mostly because of what they like in.
It would be more accurate.
Yeah, it would be much more accurate, and it would also, like, I guess, interest a lot more people, and it would be more like the comics. Yeah. Because then, like, sometimes the comics have some things that restrict. They have to keep it friendly for the children who don't really read the comics as much because they go back.
That's an interesting point, though, that you're saying, like, that most of the readers do seem to be more like people that read the comics when they were younger, but now they're adults. So if they did have rated R movies, they would be able to make it more accurate to the comics. Yeah. But I could see their point saying that they want a broader audience and like new people that like superheroes.
Which Marvel has ventured out into the R-rated like content category, but this is in the television area they do with like Daredevil and Jessica Jones. Those were both very gritty films where there's a lot of violence and there's blood and some sort. But but it's this Deadpool's their first feature film that has.
And Daredevil seemed to get like a lot of good feedback, and Deadpool so far.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised if Marvel does not make some more rated R movies, because it seems like the fans are wanting it. So why not?
I feel like they'll probably
more successful
in the next few years. They'll kind of have a bit of both. So
that'd be a good idea.
So for people who are younger who can't get into it, they can have theirs, and then the people who are older and want the more mature Marvel movies, so there's something for everybody.
Yeah. Did you guys see that online there was a petition to make Deadpool PG-13?
Oh, I was cringing the whole time.
Oh my gosh. I just completely disagree with that.
Didn't Ryan Reynolds make an official note to that person?
Yeah. Also, did you see on April Fool's Day last year, there was a fake interview with Ryan Reynolds, and the guy was talking about how
Mario Lopez.
Yeah, how he wanted to be
like, wow, it's
family
gonna be
friendly PG-13. I thought that was a great joke.
Action figures. No.
We could talk about the ad campaign.
Yeah.
That was one of the best ad campaigns I've ever seen. Like all the posters that are mocking like romantic movies, even the Green Lantern movie, and like it was just so well done. All the advertising was just amazing. All the trailers.
It was all of it was all picture perfect for Deadpool fans because.
And I gotta bring up the title sequence at the beginning. Where they don't give anybody their names. They're just like a British villain.
British. I liked that.
The intro, it was amazing. Everyone was already laughing within minutes or seconds.
Yeah,
of the
that
whole
was
movie.
hilarious. I completely forgot about that.
It's underpaid.
Overpaid asshole.
The real heroes to the story, and then talking about the writers.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It was great, dude. And pretty much. I blinked out right there.
Yeah, that's okay. What about when he mentioned like the studio budget, like Joe was saying earlier, when he went back to the X-Men mansion? And like how there was only 2 X-Men characters there, and they were saying like, I find it weird that there's only 2 X-Men characters here every time I come here, and how like at the end, the post-credit scene, how he's talking about.
It's like Ferris Bueller. He's like, he comes out like in the robe. He's like, you're still here?
Yeah, like
it's over. The movie's over.
Yeah, and how he's talking about how like there wouldn't be a Deadpool 2 trailer thing because it was they didn't have a big enough budget. But now we're gonna be moving on to the soundtrack. I really like the soundtrack.
Yeah. The music choice for that was perfect.
The Deadpool rap was really cool. That was one of my favorite parts. I was just laughing the whole time.
Yeah, the whole auditorium, like while we were watching it, when we heard the Deadpool lyrics, like I was just to the rap,
jamming
it was
out
just amazing.
in my seat, and then I liked that at the end, like he cued the music. He's like, cue the music. And then it was already probably I could pause it.
Yeah, Greg was mentioning how he's gonna download it as soon as he gets home.
I'm definitely gonna download it.
And now we could talk about the other characters. So what did you think of like Colossus and the girl? I don't know her name. Do you remember?
Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Okay. What did you? I thought that this is actually one of my dislikes. I don't have that many dislikes about this movie, but I felt like Colossus and her weren't really essential to the plot. Like it was a Deadpool movie, like almost they could have written them out and had him go on his own like adventure and try to get his girl back. Like they were almost not needed, but I could see some points saying like how they helped him. But what are your thoughts on that, Joe?
I mean, it could have been written out, but it did add to the movie, like
some humor maybe.
Some humor stemmed from it, and some. Yeah, I like it.
Any thoughts about that, Greg?
It's like they're trying to keep him in check.
On what?
On the other characters.
On the other characters, I think like I pretty find them necessary to the film, mostly because I guess, as Deadpool said in the movie, they couldn't afford any other major characters from X-Men.
Yeah.
And also Deadpool wouldn't really be able to get past Angel Dust without Negasonic or Colossus.
That is true.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah.
And they also added a small humor factor to it because like they're in the story, you're always gonna need those people who are always gonna try to like get you to stop from doing like all those brash things. So.
It was funny at the ending when Colossus was trying to make him
like he was giving a motivational speech. He was like blah 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 blah, and then Deadpool's just like staring the whole time and then pulls the trigger without thinking.
I could totally see it coming though because he kept on going on and on and on. And then all of a sudden he's like,
Yeah, I looked at TCAB.
just
I looked at TCAB during the movie. He's like, he's gonna shoot him. There's no saving Ajax at this
Yeah,
point.
it's pretty funny. What else can we talk about?
The fight scenes were very well
Oh
stylized.
yeah,
and
the fight scenes
choreographed.
were awesome.
Yeah.
Deadpool doing all his flips
Yeah.
and him just like shooting through 3 people with one bullet.
Yeah.
That was so
That was
cool.
sick.
And him jumping off the cars and doing all these acrobatics things.
And
The
the
fight
only-
scene against Ajax too was great.
Mhm.
The only character that I didn't really necessarily see was essential to the plot or needed was the cab driver.
I thought that he
He-
added
he
kind of
add-
a little humor.
He
yeah.
added a little
humor
humor,
to
but
it.
if you had
It did
written
seem a
around
little
him, you wouldn't have
sidetracked,
noticed.
but
yeah.
I kind of like the character. I actually hope he has some kind of cameo in the next movie because
Me
I
too.
thought it was pretty funny and like how
I was
Deadpool
like- I
was
was like,
helping him
yeah,
out and then he
yeah.
kept on whispering like,
It's like,
Yeah.
he's like,
high
kill
five.
him. Yeah,
like-
he's just-
He's like, Dopinder, Dopinder, you're not supposed to do that. You're doing a good job.
I
And
thought
then
that
just
was
whispers
pretty
under his
funny.
You gotta return him to his rightful place at his house. Kill him.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, oh. he's
Okay.
the best relationship advice giver ever.
hmm So I think now it would be a good time to give our grades and finish this video up. So, Greg, what is your grade out of 10 for Deadpool?
Out of 10, I give it a 10, but I don't want to seem too into it, so I'll give it a 9.99999999999.
So Greg really enjoyed the movie.
Nine, nine,
I can
nine,
see
nine.
that.
999.
I'd give it about like an 8 out of 10. I thought it was really enjoyable and it was really funny. It did have some, I think, unneeded characters, but I had a good time. It was a fun movie.
Yeah,
What about
it
you,
was.
Joe?
I give it 8.5 out of 10.
8.5.
Because
I think that's always right.
because I really enjoyed the movie and overall it was what it needed to be. It was
Yeah, the humor
the
was
co-
right there.
the humor was there, the action was there,
Yeah.
the love was the story was there. It all came together.
Mhm.
While the only things were a couple
Couple things.
of things that weren't absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
But besides that, I liked it overall.
That was pretty fun, guys. We should make another discussion video.
I'm down.
Yeah, really fun.
Alright.
Well, thanks for
having us.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem, man.
See you on Monday.
Alright. Joe, you're crawling home.
Thanks, guys. Wait, you guys are still here? The review's over. Get out!